Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Phyllis Garland. She's the organizer of Women Entrepreneurs of the Bay Area, also known as WEBA.
Hmm.
Phyllis is also a web designer and an excellent instructor in social media. So,
Thanks,
Phyllis,
Ron.
tell us, how did you decide to start WEBA?
Well, do you have a couple of hours?
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding. I created WEBA back in January of 2010. It's almost been 2 years. And I live here on the peninsula. I live in San Mateo. And I was having problems finding a networking group. Not so much a networking group. I wanted more of an accountability group. I wanted to bring together a group of women, 10 to 12 women. I was going through a transition in my life. I was transitioning from a virtual assistant to a web design business, which is actually my background, computer science background,
So you're a
and
geek?
I am a geek.
Amazing.
um, so decided I would start something on Meetup. I had already belonged to Meetup, and I created a group called Women Entrepreneurs of the Bay Area. It's on Meetup. And within a week's time, over 100 women had signed up to be part of the group. And I had to move the event from a very small coffee shop, to a conference room here in San Mateo. And by the time the event had rolled around and the registration had finalized, we had about 55 women who had joined the
Wow.
evening event. And I had just determined that it was a much needed group or organization that was needed here on the peninsula. And we just kind of went from there. It was a great event. So many of the members are still part of the group today. They have shared their experience with WEBA, with their friends and with their colleagues, and with their networks. And we have grown to over 600 members
Wow.
to this day. Granted, they are from across the Bay Area, up in North Bay, the East Bay, and the South Bay, and down as far as Gilroy, California. WEBA is expanding in
Tell us
2000.
about that. I'd like to hear more about that.
And yes, in January 2012, we will be moving down to the South Bay. We will be starting a South Bay.
I'll be there.
Great. And hopefully we'll get East Bay up and running. And I'm working on Marin County. I'm working on finding someone to really help me put together a Marin County chapter as well.
And Phyllis, what do you like to do for fun when you're not working so hard?
Well, I do have a family. I have 3 children, ranging in the ages of from 11 to 29. So it's never ever a dull moment in the Garland household. Although the youngest, who's 11, is at home with us. He is actually keeps me on my toes and keeps me very busy. I love to read. I love to be on the internet, not so much on social networks, but just reading about the latest technology that's out there. And I love to make jewelry, and that's a hobby of mine. And just spending time with my family.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phyllis, and wish you the best of success for WEBA.
Thank you very much, Ron, and thank you for your time.
Okay, you're
And thanks for
welcome.
all that you have done for WEBA. I know that you share the events with your network, and I appreciate you for that.
Oh, I'm happy to do it. Hey, we
Good.
can all go forward together, right?
Yes, that's right. Moving forward.
Okay, thanks again.
Thank you, Ron.